So we're actually getting a little bit of rain here. So that is definitely bear sign. A little friend the bear right in our camp. Man, my heart's pounding.
So no wonder it was cold last night. We got a little bit of frost all over everything.
So I just want to do a little thank you song to nature. What an adventure. Welcome to Enjoy Nature, where I bring you along on my adventures. I'm seeing my first bear. And share the sights with you, in the hopes that it will inspire you to also get out there and enjoy nature. So it's clouded up, and we did get just a few sprinkles, so I went ahead and threw the rain fly on. It was nice to spend last night without it though, and just to sleep out almost under the stars. So we're actually getting a little bit of rain here. Wasn't really expecting that. It was supposed to be a dry trip, but just a few sprinkles, nothing too major, but makes me really glad I put the rain fly on. And I went ahead and started the fire. If there's any chance of rain, I like to go ahead and get the fire started while it's dry. And that way I'm not struggling when things get wet. It's much easier to keep a fire going in the rain than to start one in the rain. All right, so I found the rice and beans and chicken that I did last time was a little bit too much. Had trouble getting around the whole thing, and I don't like having leftovers out there because that'll just attract animals. So trying just chicken, and then this is lighter as well. This is dry, and you just throw this in when you get it ready. I still got the onion, and I did a can of mushrooms last night with it too. That worked out really well. Different mix, trying out a different flavor. But yeah, working out pretty good. It's nice that there's a trash can right here on site, so I don't have to worry about trying to get rid of the smell out of this stuff, especially with that little bear in the neighborhood. This fire started up really well. Just laid everything up on the side after I split some pieces, but now I want to get it ready to cook. So I'm gonna spread it out. And it'd be better if I let this go down the coals first, but this will work fine for what we're doing. There's enough distance between the top of the ring where the food's gonna sit and where that fire is. It would be all right. We can always let it burn down a little bit too, let it settle. The benefits of car camping: you can bring a lot more stuff with you. And I went ahead and cooked up not cooked up, but I cut up the onions and got them ready when it looked like the weather might change. I think it was just a little brief shower that blew through, but I don't want to take any chances. So I got this all ready, went in, threw the oil in there, all ready to go. Just once that fire's ready, throw this on. All right, got the food going, and we hit that sweet, sweet time of night when the flies go away. So it's always nice when the bugs settle down. The evening starts to fall, and you still have an hour, two before it gets really dark, because even after the sun goes down, it's still light for a while. But yeah, we're in that sweet time of night when the wind even died down. It's a little overcast, so it's going to be a prolonged gray and just a nice quiet evening. And looking forward to enjoying that by the fire. A little friend the bear. I don't know if you can see him, but yeah, this must not be super old. Looks like a fairly young bear. I'm right by my car, so I don't feel too threatened here. But yeah, he's just right there, right in our camp. Man, my heart's pounding. I'm only maybe 100 feet away. I think he's going to come out and cross the road. You might be able to see him here. He does that. I wonder where he went. Definitely been around all day though. There he goes, running across. Yeah, it's just a little guy. Not even a year old yet. Or maybe a year old, like a yearling. It's not a cub, but pretty small little bear. That's right, you go on, get out of here. We don't need you in our camp tonight, bro. A little fear might do you some good. That's all right. Come on up there. So I like that it's showing a little bit of fear. I'm just assuming this is the same one. It's about the same size. It sounds about like what was romping around out here last night. Right over by that tree. He's trying to be like, I'm not here, I'm not behind it. He's hiding behind that tree. Yeah, I hear you over there. I see you. Yep. I'm still here. Really wish I had a better camera for you so I could get closer in, but I think this is the little guy that it scared the piss out of earlier. He scared the piss out of me. This year's cubs would be just tiny little fur balls right now. So this has got to be a yearling, but it's awful small. I've been being real careful to see there's nothing else around, but I am very glad that's not a full-size bear. If that was a full-size black bear, I don't think I'd be anywhere near this close. I would be back by my car. Yep. You go on and have a blessed evening, bro. Thank you so much for coming back. Let me see you. Wow. So I think this bear had got himself up in this tree and was hanging out for God knows how long. But I heard him jump down and I was like, that is way too big to be a raccoon. But yeah, it just plopped down right over here, right by my camp. Holy crap. What an adventure. Wow, what a journey. So I went from being a little afraid to even go back down there for about 5 or 10 minutes till I realized I needed to get back on the horse, and I wanted to find out like sort of what the boundaries were and just get over this thing of never having experienced bears before. And got to the point where I was down there tracking where it had been. And now I'm at the point where, I mean, I was also obviously able to tell that it was a really small bear. As soon as I saw it this time, I got a really good look at it and I could tell that it was a really, really small bear. And then it showed a little fear when it crossed the road. It went fast. And then I got over to a tree and kind of stood up, which was like super cute. But then once I saw it was ready to tree, if I got aggressive, I wasn't afraid of it anymore. I didn't want to get close enough to like really antagonize it at all. Like I stayed like about 100 feet back behind from it the whole time. But yeah, that was to go from being having the crap scared out of me, because I scared the crap out of that little dude this morning, and he scared me. I was 20-30 feet from him before he saw me, and then he bolted, and I could hear how big it was. It is a big thing moving through the brush and some splashes, because it was down in that marsh. And I was like, that's not a deer and that's not a raccoon. Like, I knew it wasn't anything else before I even saw it. And yeah, that was just what a freaking adventure, man. I don't ever know what's going to happen. It's just a whatever. We'll see what flows. And I guess we saw a bear this time, so that was awesome. Yeah, so I'm still trying to finish off dinner. So I threw in some more wood, doing a little log cabin style. I don't know if you can see that in there. The rain stopped for a little bit, and I was thinking maybe I jumped the gun on the fire, but now that the rain's been coming down steady for the last, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes here. It's not coming down hard, but it's coming down just a light, constant drizzle. And that's enough to mess with the fire. And I was running just a low bed of coals, and I had to start stacking up some wood as the rain increased. And just threw another big old piece on, because I gotta make sure I can get my dinner cooked. I got several cups of water to boil, which I don't think I'll have any issues with, but then the rice sits in there for, last night it sat on there for a good 20-30 minutes before it soaked up enough water. I don't like it too dry, so. But yeah, this is just my little strategy. This is the teach part of my channel. This is how I do things. Hopefully you can learn from it. So I almost forgot to record it because it's raining. Doesn't look like much, but added that a little chicken stir-fry rice packet to 2 onions and olive oil with a little bit of toasted sesame oil. I just threw that in the olive oil, so I have that in everything. And then that can of chicken. And I like adding the mushrooms and the beans too, but then it's a 2 to 4 person meal. And that's just too much. I can't have leftovers out here and have that bear coming around. I don't want him to get a bad rap. Just about to turn in here. What an amazing day. Started out kind of slow, didn't really know what I was going to do. Wanted to go for some hikes, and then first thing, walked down to the landing and I saw that little bear, and that turned into kind of the saga of the day. Especially wrapping it up with seeing it again. That was just amazing. I don't have words for that. Not enough to express my gratitude. So that was a pretty eventful day. And so yeah, just super happy that I'm getting out here. And we'll have to see if I can nail those eggs over easy in the morning. I don't know. Harder than it looks on a fire. See you on the flip side.
So I slept really good last night. I made dinner earlier so I could get to bed sooner. I'm excited for another fun day. So no wonder it was cold last night. We got a little bit of frost all over everything. Beautiful morning in the North Woods. We're right at that time of morning where things are changing fast.
But all that rain and frost had left the wood a little bit wet. So things aren't too damp, but just opening up this wood a little bit, get some more surface area, should help it catch on fire a little bit faster. And always put the knife back in the sheath. So we got a little ice in the water bags last night, but I'm gonna try the eggs again, see if I can get them over easy this time. Last time I forgot to preheat the pan. I was so tired I was messing everything up. So I got the oil in there. I'm gonna heat this up real good. Then I'll toss the eggs in with a little bit of water and see if we can get them just perfect. There, I'm gonna go ahead and call that ready. Might be a little bit of white still uncooked, but I'd rather have that than have those get runny. So let's see how they turned out. Oh yeah, that's looking good. I kept stepping on these poor little ants home, so I figured I would give them a little bit of food, a little bit of the egg scrapings before I washed out the bowl. Let's see if they like it. This is also my way of saying thank you to nature, since I can't feed the bear. So this one you can see is a marsh marigold. You can see the leaf much more clearly. The other one had other stuff growing in with it. Very beautiful little wetland plant. So So I believe I was looking at this yesterday, thinking if it was bear, and it looks like it came back and dug down in and got to the bulbs down in there. There's another one over here too. You see it ate that one, but then here got in there and was rooting around. That snipped off too. So that is definitely bear sign. So learning and expanding my understanding of nature. For me, this is part of what enjoying nature is learning what it's doing, what it's trying to tell me, what it has to teach. Trying to just be mindful of the lessons. So this solar panel is still working out great. I've got one battery plugged into it, and the other one is charging the GoPro batteries. Working out pretty good. And it's time to break down camp. I have no reason to hold the place this time, so I'm just going to break it all the way down. Yeah, so I just hung that up. It was dirty still. Oh, not gonna stay. Just trying to get all this stuff here off. This dirt to dry up. So I just need to lay it out somewhere. Suppose the ground will work fine. Trying to speed it up, putting it in the tree, but it's not the right tree to use. It'll be done in a few minutes. So this is always one of my dilemmas. It's the day to leave, and I'm finally settling in. I'm finally feeling really, really comfortable. I was just earlier, I was doing a time lapse, so I couldn't grab the camera, but I was just thinking how wonderful of a day it's been, and how much I love being out here and love being in nature. And this giant osprey flew a big circle over the camp. I just feel so blessed to be out here. And to get to see that bear. So I just want to do a little thank you song to nature. So once again, a successful event. I got one more trail I want to hit on the way out, but it's been a great, I won't say weekend, but it's been a great couple days. And once again, just leave the camp as you found it. I just love the sound of the wind through these big white pines. There's a couple of giant ones here. Let's go have a closer look. I just can't resist.
And I stop and take one last moment to contemplate how wonderful of a trip it's been.
Yeah, he's just right there. I'm glad he's not too scared of me. Trying not to disturb him. I think we'll let him be.
And just one last look at the St. Croix before it's time to go.
So this looks like it's going to be a nice place. It feels really cool. The birds are singing. So I went out and got a little bit more gear, some things that I was missing after the last trip. So I think I underestimated just a little bit how hard this is going to be. I'm not supposed to raise my right arm above my shoulder. So people are going to ask if it's safe to have this fire under the tarp here. So you usually only see this in
Thank you for joining me for this journey today. It is a joy to share my love of nature with you. I hope it has inspired you to, in whatever way you can, big or small, get out there and enjoy nature.